has thrown you so far away. Maybe there is somewhere I could hide you, curl up inside you. Would that be okay? Maybe there is somewhere I could hide you, curl up inside you. Would that be okay? Distance has thrown you so far away. Maybe there is somewhere I could hide you, curl up inside you. Would that be okay?
I am not an archaeologist or an historian, but I am drawn to objects that define our notion of the past. Archaeology constructs an identity. It organizes past knowledge for the present. In particular, it allows me to look at an early attempt by Europeans to organize the knowledge of the relationship between the Middle East and the West. If the British biblical scholars had come to Palestine as foreigners in order to dig up data about their own imaginary holy site, then I am digging into their archive in order to review my own place through foreign eyes. Its ultimate goal is always that of true knowledge. But other factors, such as religious, historiography, or local population needs, creep in, often placing archaeology's goal in direct conflict with other people's ideas of the truth. I look at the relationship between the archived object, the physical body, and the photograph. I look at the fragile borders between those three things. I question our preassumption concerning the archaeological historical object and its value as past evidence. the nature of museum presentation, and our understanding of how information is organized. As I work in the archive, I create a different story for those objects, a story that disrupts their original context. My work is an attempt to raise questions about the limit of visions that are forced upon a subject by the historical framework through which it is seen. In turn, my work with archive inspires a reconsideration of my own Israeli identity, as both a daughter of Zionist colonizers and as a native, as I don't know any other home.
But I think that, that's not what they want for Belfast, and that's not what they want for our country.
There's Northern Ireland, and there's Northern Ireland. I'm a child of the supposed peace of Northern Ireland. In my mind, Belfast and its surrounding areas is not the epicentre of violence and tragedy, but simply the place in which I and my friends grew up, and happily.
So it's been a big part of my life.
People just want to get on with each other.
The trials and tribulations we experience are the same, I imagine, for anyone our age in any modern city.
It's to be kind of live in the past.
The permeations of previous generations' strife, however, is impossible to escape. Bigotry and sectarianism are still commonplace, with many people struggling to find the means to voice their opinions appropriately. In a country where the vast majority is forward-thinking, the bursts of prejudice by a few is something I find frustrating and embarrassing. My work engages with these concerns and also with my ambivalence towards the commotion. I use popular childlike depictions of the banal. Crudely drawn houses, men walking their dogs, become signifiers within my arrangements for feelings of apathy towards the continued hostility in Belfast. Disorder is something that I'm drawn to aesthetically as well as socially. The attraction, I think, is the idea of taking incoherent imagery and manipulating it to create new stories. I'm aware that my paintings do tell stories, and it's interesting to me how one image can convey such an elaborate and powerful narrative.
There's a lot less fear.
To do a place to a film. And now it's so lively and short in the evening.
In some ways, I think people see Belfast as a haunted place. The ghosts of history echoing through a modern city, contrasting and entwined. And that's what I try to show in my work.
There's much, it's very different city.
I think the young people are actually much more wanting to get on together and much more.
There's a tradition in Glasgow of putting a traffic cone on the Duke of Wellington statue, and this really appeals to me. It's an efficient gesture. The cone becomes a crown and the statue becomes the dunce. My name is Rosie O'Grady and I am an artist based in Glasgow. Often in my work I'm trying to achieve a disruption, an incongruous pairing of something historic or heroic or classically beautiful with something recognisable, like a domestic object, something banal or absurd. There's a common misconception that slapstick is a genre of frivolous, chaotic or extravagant gestures. Slapstick is actually underpinned by deliberation and precise planning. It's been defined as staging a collapse of the hero's dignity, either by attack from outside or of its own accord, a poke in the eye, a kick to the back, or a banana skin. The fall of the fool is rehearsed to perfection. I look at branding, storytelling, false histories, the exotic. I make work that playfully undermines figures of authority or anything we elevate and put on a pedestal. The artist could be included in this. I enjoy orchestrating earnest but failed attempts by the artist to create something profound. Humility and performance of foolishness, entertainment, even embarrassment are more interesting to me than making edifying artworks. I like to hear laughter at my show.
Distance has thrown you so far away. Maybe I might have known you, but distance has thrown you so far away. Somewhere I could hide you, curl up inside you. Would that be okay?